welcome to Wheats. It is the marijuana edible review show. That's what we are, but we're not actually reviewing marijuana edibles today. If you've been paying attention to our dispatches from the tolerance break, we are now on day 5, everybody. Welcome. And let's catch everybody up. Okay, so a couple of things. Sleep. Sleep is the issue I'm most worried about. I've actually slept really well. No worries in that regard. Sleeping great. Although I did have my very first, and what I expect to be of a series of a lot, sort of trippy-ass nightmare last night. Now, as a lot of you might know, if you smoke weed and then stop smoking weed, your dreams become a lot more vivid, because marijuana suppresses dreams to begin with, and then once you stop taking THC, it sort of acts in overdrive. So I had problems with nightmares on the best of days. When I stopped smoking weed, I have some really bad ones. Had a pretty out there one last night, but that's neither here nor there. I was expecting those, so I'm not too worried about it. Just had my first sort of nightmare last night. Outside of that, some of the other symptoms I've been noticing is an increased irritability. I'm not an irritable guy normally. I'm usually a pretty happy-go-lucky, not at all an angry sort of frustrated type person. That's not me. That's not who I am. But I have noticed an increase in irritability. For example, yesterday, this huge Wheats project I've been working on, all this editing just went down the drain as the file corrupted, and I was way more upset than I would have traditionally been. I was devastated. I was crestfallen. I was really upset afterwards, and that's just not something that would traditionally happen to me if I were still smoking. I know that's just that irritability has increased to the fact that I haven't had any THC. But outside of the irritability, things are going okay. A little bit more bored than normal, but that's not to be unexpected. And it's not as bad as I would have thought. I'm still finding joy in the things I found joy in before, just a little bit less so. Now, the thing that I know most of you guys are excited to hear about is Kratom. I finally have some news to talk about on that front. I tried 2 different varieties. I've tried the Red Horn, and I have also tried the White Mangda, which I don't think you can see in the camera there. Now, the Red Horn is the more sedative one, the one that gives you the more relaxed effect, and the White Mangda is the more energizing one. So, what did I think? Well, the first time I tried it, as I mentioned before, I took too much, spewed chunks. It was disgusting, it was awful. Second time I learned to dose a little bit better, and I gotta say, so let's talk about the Red Horn first, the relaxing one. The effects are very subtle. They're not unweed-like, but they are incredibly subtle. You're not really sure if you're feeling it or not. I did notice, I was more, after I took it, I was less irritable. Things were just a little bit more, I wouldn't say euphoric, but I just felt a little bit more warm on the inside. It sort of took the edge off the irritability I was having. It didn't really make me tired per se. I guess I was a little bit more relaxed and at ease, but I wasn't sleepy. I took 5 milligrams of the Red Horn, and those were kind of my effects. I gotta say I'm a little disappointed so far with the Kratom, but I'm gonna dose up a little bit more, hopefully not get sick. But I wasn't sick at all from the 5 milligrams. It just wasn't the effect that I was hoping for. It is not as good as weed, at least in this 5 milligram form. The next is the White Mangda, which is the more energizing one, and I definitely felt some energy from it. Not a whole lot. It wasn't like Adderall or anything of that, or an amphetamine or anything of that nature, but I definitely felt more energized. Like I was ready to get some more stuff done. I got some projects done. It definitely helped with that post-THC malaise that I had. So the White Mangda was a bit more of a success than the Red Horn, but both of them are still just a little bit disappointing in terms of effects. I had heard so much about it. It had been hyped up so much to me. It just wasn't quite as grand as I was expecting. Now, for the cherry on top, guys, I'm going to save that. I'm going to go back to the office. Okay, guys, I am back with my cherry on top. Just a little recommendation to help you, get through if you're on a THC break, even if you're not on a THC break. This is just something I love that I want to share with everyone. It could either be something practical, or it could just be something that I enjoy immensely that I think you guys will also get a kick out of. So we've looked at 2 books and a podcast in the past. Those are less. I mean, those are educational. Who wants educational? That's not what we're here for. Let's talk about TV shows. Yes. Now, I'm going to recommend to you my second favorite TV show of all time. I'm not going to bother to recommend you my first favorite TV show because I assume many of you have watched it already, which is Breaking Bad. I mean, indisputably the greatest television ever made. But this, my second favorite TV show, I would be willing to bet a lot of you have never even heard of it. So that's why I'm here to sort of proselytize for it. And that is a Comedy Central show that is done. It's over with. It's only 3 short little seasons long. And it is truly some of the best writing on television ever. And that is a show called Review. Yes, Review, which is a coincidental thing because I review marijuana edibles. He doesn't review marijuana edibles. He reviews everyday experiences. That's Forrest McNeil, played by the inimitable, the unquestionable champion of comedy, Andy Daly. Now the show, the format is every episode he gets suggestions from viewers for things in real life to review. It could be something as simple as what's it like to make a new friend? Or it could be something as hardcore as what's it like to get a divorce? And in every episode, he must comply with the reviews and go through with them. And the genius of the show is that it doesn't reset. The progress stays between episodes. So, for example, I'll give you a hint. In the pilot, in the first episode, Forrest McNeil is asked what it's like to get addicted to something. Well, he does get addicted to cocaine, but that addiction doesn't go away at the end of episode 1. So he's still reviewing things, but the problems, and boy are there problems, continue to stack up over and over. Now, I guarantee if you make it to episode 3, you're going to make it all the way through, but you have to make it to at least episode 3. You've got to watch the episode that's labeled Pancakes, Divorce, Pancakes. One of the great TV episodes of all time. So incredible, don't want to spoil anything for you. The first season is incredible, among the best TV of all time. The second season, however, it's just without peer. I'm just going to briefly describe to you my state of mind after finishing every episode of season 2 as it aired about 2 years ago now. I was actually depressed at the end of every episode because I felt, oh my God, they cannot top what they've just done. I have seen the zenith of comedy television. This episode, the inanity, the craziness, the creativity that they bring to their writing cannot be trumped. And I would feel depressed, like, oh, well, I've seen the best episode of Review. It's all downhill from here. And every single episode of season 2 of Review somehow, unbelievably, managed to trump the one before it. And it all mounts to something so unbelievably wonderful, something unbelievably hysterical. That's the thing I keep forgetting to say. The show is fucking hysterical. You've got to give it a chance. I think you can find it on ComedyCentral.com to stream for free. Again, that is Comedy Central's Review, starring Andy Daly. If any of you guys out there happen to know Andy Daly somehow, tell him I'm his biggest, hugest fan for Review, and I will walk his dog for the rest of his life for free if that's what he wants, just because that's how gracious I am to him for what he has accomplished. All right, guys, that was a long cherry on top. That's just how excited I am to tell you about Review. You should totally watch it. I know we've talked about this longer than we have about weed, but I just really wanted to get that recommendation out there for you guys. And with that, that is going to do it for this dispatch from the Tolerance Break. Things are going great. Let's hope they stay that way. Knock on wood. And I will see you guys later. Peace.